Okay, this is gonna be a shorter video. I'm talking to a brick wall. I will tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, on the record, I'm talking to a fucking brick fucking wall. Okay? We have the gun control debate every fucking day. Connecticut now claims that they have the strongest gun control laws in the country. Formerly Cuomo said that in New York. Check out my buddy Red 9. I'm going to put a link to him down below. He's my buddy next door in Connecticut. He commented me last night to tell me that Colt, remember I said yesterday, Colt has started looking. According to him, Colt is definitely leaving. And so is Ruger. I forgot about Ruger. I own stock in Ruger. Ruger is leaving too, according to Red 9. Now, this is basically a bunch of anti-gun advocates are basically in a dick measuring contest. Okay? They don't give a fuck about the kids. It's all about exploiting a tragedy. Rahm Emanuel, mayor of Chicago, said, "Never let a good crisis go. Never let a good crisis go to waste." Now, part of the SAFE Act, there are several things in the New York SAFE Act that are actually good. Yeah, I just said that. First and foremost, one aspect of the SAFE Act mandates life without parole for anyone that murders a peace officer. Okay? First of all, I think we should have life without parole for all murderers, for all murder, period. And when we say life, we mean life, not life, but I'll lay you out in 7 years. Because I've seen fucking murderers get out in 6, 7, 8 years in a lot of states. Okay? The other aspect of the SAFE Act that's good is the newspapers cannot publish maps to your house without your permission anymore. And all the counties have sent us opt-out forms, which I filled out. Why do you not want your name published in the paper as a gun owner? And I checked off box number 4. That was box number 1. I'm a police officer. Box number 2. I'm a witness in a crime. Box number 3. I carry a lot of, I checked off box number 4. And then I said, well, other reasons stated. And I had to write down why you not want your name published. I said, I don't want anti-gun advocates to bother me. And I don't want criminals to come in to seek a gun when I'm not home. So now, if a newspaper in New York State now, I don't know other states, but if a newspaper in New York State today were to publish a map to my house, and I have a copy that's that opt-out form here. So I have a copy, and the county has a copy. If a newspaper publishes a map to my house tomorrow saying I have a gun in the house, I can legally pick up my phone, call a lawyer, take the paper, go over and say, look, violated my rights, I'm suing him. Okay? That's what we call the candy in the poison. Okay? It's like they swab your arm with alcohol before they give you a lethal injection. We don't want you to be sick before we send you to hell. Okay? Now, the SAFE Act does say there will be school security. But keep in mind, most of the SAFE Act talks about can't do this, can't do this, can't have that, can't have that, can't have that, can't do this, can't do this, can't do that, can't have that. And there's a little snippet somewhere in the fucking thing about school security being enhanced. Here's what happens in schools with the SAFE Act. This law goes into effect this day. This law goes into effect this day. This law goes into effect immediately. This law is being enforced now. This law that. This law that. This law that. The school security, eventually, when the state gets around to it, they will convene some panel to discuss possible options. That is political talk for go fuck yourself. That's political talk for we want it. We wanted gun control, we got it, fuck you, suck my dick, we got it. Okay? And we put this in to make it appealing to you, and now that we got what we want, you can go fuck yourself. That's what it is, okay? When any government official tells you, I will eventually get back to you when I feel, when I'm around, I have a minute, I'm a little busy now, okay? When any government official tells you that, you tell them, fuck you from me. Because government officials, they can't do shit. They can take your rights away in 3 hours. Just ask Cuomo. It's possible. So that they never hesitate when they're taking your rights away. They never hesitate when they're covering their ass from scandal. They never hesitate when they're hiding money, leaving the country, and invoking the Fifth Amendment. They never hesitate when it comes time to buy prostitutes and Chuck Schumer's godson. Remember Chuck Schumer's godson, Congressman Anthony Weiner? Sent the picture of his dick to a 17-year-old girl. They never hesitate with that. If I tell a congressman, send a picture of your dick to a 17-year-old girl, he'll do it immediately. If I tell a senator, your wife is out of town, bring out a 9-year-old boy and sodomize him, he'll do that immediately. If I tell this mayor, this governor, cheat on your taxes, they'll do it immediately. But when it comes to you, okay? The issue with this is we will not have school security. Now, Connecticut parents push for the gun control thing in Connecticut. Red 9 says it's already being contested, already getting the lawyers in line. I haven't even seen this fucking video yet. I gotta see it myself. So when I'm uploading this video, I'll watch Red 9's video. I'll put a link down so you can watch it. Excuse me. Marco, who you want? Okay. So, until we secure the schools, things will not change. There are a lot of states that have decided, let's train teachers to use firearms. Let's hire armed guards. Let's hire police. Let's hire former police, retired police. Let's form a military. Let's do something. And as a result, those schools will not get shot up. If some psychopath is in Texas and he decides to kill a lot of school children, Texas is very soon going to have either armed teachers or armed guards or some level of security in their school. So the psycho will get in his car and drive to California or some shit. Okay? They'll do it. They want to kill a lot of kids, they'll do it. You got a fucking psychopath go 1,000 miles because Olympic gymnast Shawn Johnson was talking to him telepathically. And she told him telepathically she wanted to be with him. So he got a shotgun, a .45 pistol, some duct tape, and some love letters, put him in his car, drove 1,000 miles away, and was arrested at the Dancing with the Stars studio. Okay? They'll travel. Okay? They will travel. Ted Bundy fucking traveled. They travel over the fucking country to kill women. They'll travel. But what's going to happen is we're going to continue to see this problem. Don't forget, there were 4 school shootings. You had the Newtown Massacre. Then a week later, exactly a week later, you had Wayne LaPierre begging, almost getting on his fucking knees, begging. I'll put that video below too, I will. Begging, please, for the love of fucking God, get fucking school security. And those 2 dickheads came in, NRA is killing our children, stop the NRA, ban the weapons now. Fuck you. This will continue to happen. Now, Wayne LaPierre said, we need school security. Within 3 weeks of him saying that, within 4 weeks of the Sandy Hook Massacre, there were 4 school shootings. One school shooting in California was successful. I don't know all the details, but the guy did get in and killed a couple people. The other 3 school shootings were failures. Why? Because one school district, the sheriff stationed a deputy. A black woman, I forget her name again. Okay? The sheriff stationed a deputy at the school. She wasn't there by accident. She was stationed at the fucking school. And a gunman came into the fucking door, and she met him at the front door and fucking killed him. A little while after that, some other school district somewhere, they had not police but private armed security that could have been foreign military or some shit. I don't know the details. They also, 2 separate schools, 2 separate incidents, 2 separate guards. They met the gunman at the door and fucking killed them. But they don't put it in the papers because the kids weren't killed. They only put it in the papers when the kids are killed. This will continue to happen. There's bullshit about it. If I ban AR-15s, there'll be no more school shootings. He didn't have a fucking AR-15. That was in the fucking trunk of the fucking car, and a fucking cop pulled it out of the trunk on videotape after the massacre happened, you dickheaded piece of shit. He had a Glock 19 and a SIG. He had a Glock and a SIG. I think the Glock was a 10mm and the SIG was a 9mm. I could be wrong about that, but he had a Glock and a SIG. Klebold and Harris, they had a fucking what? Sort of shotgun, a Tech 9, a Savage shotgun, and a High Point. The shotgun barrel was cut to this length and it wasn't tag stamped. Criminals don't give a fuck. After September 11th, we increased TSA security. Now you're no longer allowed to carry stabbing weapons, although I heard that by the end of the year they're going to relax that. But for over 11, 12 years, you couldn't carry stabbing weapons on a plane. Then they had the, remember years ago, we got on the plane, empty a metal objects into the tray, walk right through, and that's that. Then you got, show them what's in your hat. Now you gotta take your hat off. I put my hat in the fucking, my carry-on bag. I take my hat, my watch, my wallet, and my jacket, put it in the carry-on bag, send it through, pick it all up, go down the end, and that way I don't have to worry about where's my fucking key or my fucking this or that. Okay? But the shoe bomber. Now you gotta take your fucking shoes off. Those guys were putting explosive chemicals in liquid vials and shit over in Europe. Now, you gotta dump all your water, and if you got baby formula, you gotta drink the baby, you gotta take a sip of the baby formula in front of the guard. Does the TSA get out of hand? Absolutely. Have they had complaints? Fuck yes. Touching people inappropriately, spilling up, a passenger was carrying ashes of a relative of theirs, spilled the ashes, old people and infants pee themselves waiting, or you got people that are crippled up the ass and they got metal braces on their legs and they're being treated like shit. You got John Finn, the first Medal of Honor recipient of World War II, who's now dead. He was in his late 90s. He got harassed because they thought his Medal of Honor was a fucking ninja star. So there's a lot of bullshit with the TSA, but at least they increased security a lot. Maybe too much, but at least they did fucking something. You know, they didn't fucking ban box cutters and utility knives. Air marshals. An air marshal is a federal officer who is armed on the plane, flying undercover. I don't know a lot about their security, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you, but I guarantee they fly under assumed names. Their weapons are concealed. They dress just like we dress. They carry handcuffs, a tactical knife, a baton, and a SIG P239 chambered in 357 SIG, and they are expert marksmen. Recruited from Special Forces, recruited from the Secret Service, they are expert marksmen. There were 50 after 9/11. Now there are several thousand, and the Department of Homeland Security is keeping the exact amount under wraps a little bit. But at least we did fucking something. Okay? Now, according to the U.S. Supreme Court decision, I forget the fucking decision name, police cannot be held accountable if they can't save you in time. That means if a guy's got a gun to your face and a cop is standing there, the cop is not under any obligation to jump in front of the bullet and die for you. Okay? The cops are gonna try to save you, but if the cop can't get there in time, can't sue him. If the guy's got the gun to your head and is pulling the trigger, the cop is not required to put his head in front of the barrel and die for you. Okay? But is it possible that we can actually sue school districts and sue politicians for not putting armed guards in the school? That's something to talk to a lawyer about. I don't know, even though I can debate politics and debate crime and debate, I can talk to judges, I can talk to politicians, I can talk to anybody as equal. I understand a lot on my degrees. You'd be surprised how fucking good I am. But I don't know if it's possible for parents to sue the school or sue the state if they will not put an armed police officer in the fucking school. I don't know if that's possible, but you know what? Maybe parents should look into it. I'm not a parent. I have no children yet. So they would say I have no standing. But maybe you should do that. Maybe you should call a lawyer and say, wait a minute, maybe we can get a lawsuit going here. They don't want to have, they have more than enough fucking money to pay this fucking superintendent of schools $250,000 a year. Okay? They got more than enough money to cheat on their taxes. They got more than enough money to fucking steal shit. I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, I had a fucking superintendent of schools when I was a senior in high school. He got fired 2 months before I graduated because he was a piece of shit. He went down to Maryland. They caught him stealing everything that wasn't sealed down. They caught him stealing everything that wasn't nailed down. Now he's spent 4 years in fucking federal prison. Okay? You got money for this, you got money for that. You don't have money to hire a fucking guard to guard the fucking door. Don't give me that shit. You can fucking do it. You know, even if you gotta raise taxes, I hate to say it, but if the city would raise taxes on everyone in the city by $10, but they would show me in writing that that $10 was going to hire an armed guard to stand in front of one school, I would agree to it. Okay? Until we secure the schools, nothing will change. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. I cannot get it through their fucking heads. Nothing will change. They will continue to fucking do this, okay? These fucking people would have went to Germany and they would have confiscated guns from Jews before they thought of it, okay? People like Chuck Schumer and Kristen Gillibrand and Dianne Feinstein and Andrew Cuomo and Michael Bloomberg and other cocksuckers, they would have went to fucking Europe and they would have given Hitler the idea of taking the guns away. They would have said to Hitler, maybe you should take guns away. Okay? Until we secure the schools, this will not change. Read my fucking lips.